Hey guys, my name is Simpzy. How you all doing? Welcome back to some more Troy, A Total War Saga here today on the channel. We're back with episode 5 of my Ajax and Diomedes series. We're playing as Ajax the Great. So, gotta say a huge thank you to the Creative Assembly for sending me a free early access code of the DLC and making this Let's Play possible. So a huge thank you to them and their community team. We have to deal with in today's episode the Trojan threat, which has sailed over from Troy. They're attacking the Greek mainland. Hector's here, along with his brother, so we should have a good battle between Ajax and Hector at some point. We've managed to annex Boeotia and take the Seal of Thebes, which is awesome. So leave the video a like, subscribe if you're new if you haven't already. Let me know in the comments feedback and suggestions. And we'd like me to expand and conquer. I think what we're going to try and do is throw back the Trojans, because Aeneas and Hector and a couple of legendary heroes are coming over here. So we're going to have to deal with them, and then we might make plans to attack Troy itself. So we'll move Ajax down to Marathon, so he can fight Hector of Troy. We managed to retake Salamis in the last episode. We'll move Miletos out of Salamis to hit that yeah, so this is the army that we didn't get to finish off in the last. So that's now done. We'll take on the 6% replenishment. But Achilles started this war, which is super interesting. They've managed to sack Aegina. It's interesting that they're really going after our grain supply. We'll get 10,000 from Odysseus to help us out. Hector, still on the rampage against my garrisons. But now he's fled back, the coward. Aeneas has managed to take Oppius in the north. The king of the Romans has shown his face. We're gonna have to deal with him at some point. Okay, so someone's come here and colonized Aegina. We'll deal with the army on the outside, but we'll probably have to declare war upon someone. Crikey, those spearmen do not fare well in order resolve against Trojans, my god. Well, he's technically not king of the Romans, Aeneas, he's a father of Rome, if you believe the myth. But who's this taking Aegina? That's annoying. It's technically Romulus is the first king of Rome. Yeah, so I guess we just have to declare war on them, because we can't afford to not have Aegina. Or at least they paid for the colonization, so we'll quickly get rid of them. That's annoying that now we're at war with this rando faction in the middle of nowhere. Oh my god. Put the knife on his chinny chin chin and smacked it off. I haven't seen that before. Now Hector's fled back. Looks like we've managed to repel most of the soldiers that came down and most of the armies. We've sent my half-brother up to deal with Aeneas. He hasn't got a crazy army. We're going to force march to our island territory of Dryopus. Now, I'm going to risk a force march because we want to try and catch Hector and deal a massive blow to the Trojans. So going here, because we're not gonna, because the thing is, right, you know, we're not going to use all our movements. So we'll move here, and we'll hopefully try and capture him. What's he got? Guards of Troy. That's going to be a problem, but we dealt with them last time. A lot of skirmishers and swordsmen. Ajax's army should be able to deal with it if a fight breaks out. Ajax is now rank 20, but I just want to have a look at the ocean here. How beautiful does this look? Ajax on the hunt for Hector. Okay, so at the top of the turn 40, Hector has made his way to Dryopus. So he's going to make his final stand here. I've sent Miletos to come help in reinforcements.
I fear not.
He's only rank 6. Really?
I'll do it.
Miletos is a lot higher rated. I thought this stage in the campaign he would be higher rated. So there's only 9 in there in the garrison. And they've taken another one of my island territory. These guys are just hanging over here. Still got to deal with Aeneas as well in Oppius. This is our allies, by the way. Achilles, Mycenae. So it looks like Agamemnon and his forces are pushing up. But check this out. Achilles has done really well. He's taking Trojas, which is Paris' capital. But we'll get my brother to push against Aeneas. Now, army-wise, yeah, we seem to have a lot better. Just got a lot of clubmen and stuff. Let's auto-resolve this one. Hector is my arch-rival, not so much Aeneas, but my half-brothers managed to bring down the father of Rome. And a lot of spearmen with him. Catamine victory, we'll take that. And we'll reoccupy Oppius. Good, so that's them done in the north.
No one is safe from me.
Alright, move this spy down here to Thebes to do a rival assassination. Now, we do have access to Hephaestic equipment from his forge. So that will give us some bonuses on our units. Our Divine Will is currently at 300 now. Ares is getting up as well. Okay. Let's deal with Hector. Let's have the battle against him. So we're going to surround him there. There's a small garrison coming in. It's just because they've had this territory for quite some time. We'll move in our reinforcing army here with Miletos, which has 3 units of Club Island units and some Salamis Marines. But we've got a lot of Salamis Marines in Ajax's main army now. But Ares, the god, and Hephaestus are going to smile over us. But there isn't actually too much there, food-wise, so we'll siege him out one turn. He could very well attack us. If we can get some attrition on him, I would prefer that most definitely. Okay, so we've been sieging him out for quite some time. We've managed to decimate his army. 2 turns, we've managed to starve him out, and he hasn't come out. We've even got more reinforcements here. Diomedes has sent up an army. Oh, it's not quite in range, but if we were to lose, it doesn't matter. Right, well, let's fight this one here today. Hector has backed himself into a corner, and we're going to be able to surround him and get him. The epic battle, like you saw in Troy the movie. Ajax versus Hector. Let's do it. We've managed to knock down those guards of Troy by quite a bit, which is awesome. And we've got our Paragon units coming in as well. Ajax's companions. Paragon spears. Should be a good fight against Eric Banner. We're looking at this city. 1, 2. There's only 3 ways of attack. We should be able to surround and engulf the city quite well. Right, let's get stuck in. But man, Achilles, what have you done? You started off this entire war by declaring war upon the Trojans. I could have been in such a better position. I could have taken that territory without dealing with the Trojans sacking my settlements and razing them. There's reinforcements coming from that side, so do we really need to deploy someone there? We could do, just in case they get pushed out. So we'll divide our army up into 3 groups. Left, center, and right. I've also chucked Ajax on a chariot as well, just to test it out. I don't know if it's any good. He's a defender, so this might help him quite a bit. He's got a big old spear with him, but I'm curious to see. I want to test out, can he actually throw his boulder, which acts as like a catapult. Like, if you could get like a mobile catapult unit, essentially that's what he is. That's what I'd love to see and test out. But I want to see how well he performs, because he's a defensive unit. He has to really sit back and support the army, because he does have a lot of armor and other buffs, and he does have that boulder ability, which essentially acts as a catapult. We'll move my archers up. We'll keep our archers only in one of the groups, as we want to try and target and isolate infantry. So it looks like Hector and the other generals sitting over here, and they've spread out quite well. But here he is, the hero of the Iliad, or one of them, Hector, son of Priam of Troy, donned in purple and gold armor. It's crazy to see how aggressive the Trojans were when war broke out. It's a little bit of the opposite. You'd think that we would be so aggressive against them. Achilles was, but us, not so much. We're fighting for our homeland, and then we're going to have to go be aggressive. I'm trying to remember when the Trojan War broke out in my previous series. In my Achilles and Aeneas campaigns. Right. Move my archers into this choke point. My reinforcements are coming. But it looks like the Paragon spears are engaging a unit of Trojans and Hector himself. Some Trojan swordsman wants to push out against those Salamis marines. But so far, the risk I took in the last episode of dealing with... was it Asperia? Yeah. Declaring war against them when the war with the Trojans broke out. Worked out alright, because we've managed to double back in time and throw back the Trojan advance into my lands and territory. Just currently trading for now. I want to get my archers to focus on that cluster there that's hitting me side on. There's no point of hitting the units that are hitting me flat faceward, because it's probably causing friendly fire, but hitting those from the side there, those clubmen are getting absolutely pummeled. Okay. Make sure my clubmen and swordsmen all have individual attack orders. Good, good, good. Right. What's happening on this side? They're dealing with the general there. They're doing just fine. My reinforcements are still a little bit away. Maybe try and push on Hector. Hector is actually coming up against my Paragon spears and Ajax's companions. But the Salamis Marines are getting stuck into the Trojan swordsmen, who have been hanging out on and dining out on my holiday island too long. Okay, we've got some more units we can swing in. Swing you this way. Skirmishers. Go over here. We've managed to knock out about 400 of theirs. Struggling a little bit here. Hopefully our skirmishers can change that. Okay. Now this is what you definitely don't want. This is a good strategy for the human player, chucking in a lord and getting a lot of skirmishers to focus on units that blob around. We need to get out of that. Oh, it looks like my left attack group is basically broken. My center and right flanking units have seemed to be holding. We just need to get Ajax in here a bit more. Yeah, I'm kind of surprised. I'm going to continue to push through here where you can. We're just going to have to kite those units that pushed us. But now they're routing. But here is good old Ajax on a chariot. The likes you've never seen before. Oh, now we have victory. Right, let's try and wrap up as many of these as possible. Get those chevrons up nice and high. But it's a settlement battle because we're gonna be able to destroy the entire force. Yeah, so I don't know. A lot of his abilities are locked now that he's on a chariot. But in this particular situation, it works well. Decisive victory for Ajax. We'll take that. Whoa! Miletos, I don't even know what that number is. Is that a billion? 41 billion losses? I've never seen a calculation glitch like that. But Ajax has beaten Achilles in combat. Not Achilles, Hector. And now Hector's no more.
I've got what it takes. I cannot do that. No one is safe from me.
Just finishing off the last of the Trojans here, and we've managed to actually get rid of Troilus, which is Hector and Paris's brother, if I'm not mistaken. Ajax on the rampage now, just retaking the last of our settlements that we lost. Oh, now the Amazons attack me. I don't believe that. Right, so we're finally going to be able to get the Seal of Athens now. We managed to get the Seal of Thebes before that. Chios. That was taken from under my nose in like the first episode by the Amazonians. We can retake it now because of war with them. It's so typical. We throw back the Trojans. We win. We get ready to launch an invasion and then the Amazons attack us. Typical. Yeah, but now we're going to be able to get the Seal of Athens. Annexing Attica. Which is cool. We'll take that. We'll repair where we can. And we'll focus on Ares, gods-wise. For now. Defeat this army, because we need to follow that epic mission chain. We're heading that way anyway. Right, so I've made the decision to start sailing for Troy. 48 turns in, I feel like with Hector, Aeneas and Troilus being defeated, we can start to push. There's a warrior here we want to challenge and get rid of so we can get some more Paragon units. He's rank 14, Ajax is now a hell of a lot higher. And then we'll push for Troy. There are more Paragon units that we can get around the map, but I don't see myself pushing down towards Sparta. We should push upon the initiative and go to Troy now that we've pushed them back. The Sacred Oath. Yeah. We'll honour the oath, of course. We get more renowned diplomatic. We actually get a movement range, so it kind of wants us to head that way anyway, which we'll do. We are hemorrhaging food because of our regions that got sacked, so it's a Paragon spear unit that we can get. We've got some of our spearmen with Hephaestus equipment now, so we don't really want to get rid of them. We also probably want to try and rally up a bit here now. Because we want to put all the Paragon units into Ajax's army, because there were some Paragon slingers we got there as well, weren't there? But yeah, I think it's time to head to Troy. Okay, so we can't actually do this epic mission chain. I think I found a bug. It says make an forge a defensive alliance with the Denan faction. The problem is we've got military with all those factions.
This is a good time to talk.
Does this count? Maybe we'll just try and get a defensive alliance with someone else, because we don't want that epic mission chain to bug out a bit. Because we want to try and do as many of it as we can, but we might just have to set sail for Troy if we can't. It should be either military or defensive, you'd think. Alright, we've set sail. Ajax has all the Paragon units now. 3 in his build, and his half-brother has units with Hephaestus equipment. So it looks like Achilles has lost Colony, but Larissa Trojas he still holds, so that's good. We don't have to take any territory, we can basically sit there and gain replenishment. So Ajax has finally made his way to Troy. And we're landing with 3 full stacks. I would like more better quality units. Like, we landed with Achilles with a lot more, and a lot later. But I can't not go in this situation. I would like to bring more Paragon units, but we'll have to say, we'll start making our way to Troy and try and siege it out as well. We don't have Odysseus with us, so we might actually just have to straight up siege it. Well, there's a challenge there, though. Okay, so we've gained a little bit of replenishment in Larissa Trojas. But it does look like the Achaeans are taking some territory. Agamemnon is, and yeah, he's over here. He's dealing with the Amazons now. It looks like we are swarming them. So, in combination with my victories, it looks like all the other factions are really coming in as well. Now I'm going to take the settlement here because I want to gain Helen under our control. If Ajax can get control of Helen, we'll be able to get our bonuses. So a decisive victory. We'll reoccupy this. And we've managed to capture Helen. You have conquered the settlement that Helen sits in. Okay. Let's move up with Ajax to Colony. Because we are still needing grain. And then we'll make our way up to Troy itself. Okay, we'll move my brother here as well. And Miletos as well can come further up.
Staunch ally. Truest friend, deadliest enemy.
Forging bonds. Oh, it went through. So, where does that put the epic mystery chain now? Oh, we've managed to get an envoy. Defeat the following champion. Oh, that's super far south. But we've got a level 15 envoy now. Alright, time to push to Troy.
We will go down in history.
Move here.
Set an ambush.
Okay, so I think what the play is to put Ajax and his brother into ambush mode, because the problem is with Troy, we're in a sticky situation because there's a full stack in there and we have to deal with the garrison. So we're going to do what we did in the Achilles campaign and try and draw this army out to deal with it first. Normally, that should be enough of a bait to initiate a fight. Okay, well, let's end the turn and continue and see how they react. They could very well not, unless they've patched it. But we should be able to drag this army out and ambush it. Okay, so we've been hit in Colonne, further to the south. That's fine. We'll just have to accept that. No, I only sacked it anyway. So we can get replenishment if we need me. Agamemnon wants trade. No. Mycenae. No, thank you. Oh, it looks like Achilles has come up and even seems Diomedes is sending a force. Sarpedon's there to the north. Nope, and it worked. Good. Del Phobos is related to Hector and Paris as well. So we've only got Ares smiling upon us. That's okay, that's better than no one. Okay, so it's a full-on ambush. Sweet. We'll fight this one straight away then. So this is probably going to be the same as the Achilles battle. We'll try and surround them. We'll focus on their chariots because that's the major concern. The archers as well. I think what we're better off doing first in this fight, aim for the chariots, aim for the archers, neutralize them, then we'll start hitting the guard of Troy. But this is always a really tough battle to try and win, because even if we do win this, we have to deal with taking Troy itself, and we haven't unlocked any of the unique ways to get into Troy. So even that's going to be difficult. But we'll see how we go. Okay, 2 groups. One on the left, one on the right. I think we should put all our archers here. This is probably one of the worst armies I've marched on Troy with. No, probably not. Probably the Sparta campaign is definitely the worst. But this is what I did in my Achilles series. You draw out this army, and then you try and draw out the garrison as well. Or you try and straight up siege it. But sieging this head on with 40 units inside Troy is nearly nigh impossible. But the first armies come out with the captain of the guard. And there is Troy, the beautiful ancient city itself. Alright, let's start. Now, I usually try and slow things down to make it more realistic, but we need every single advantage we can. So I'm going to pause. I'm going to give out my attack orders to the chariots, because they're the things that are going to do the most damage. Allowing them just to run and mop up around my units is going to just like decimate front lines. So I want to pick for stuff that I can get rid of quickly. So we'll get all of our first units here. Tie down some of those guard, because they might actually go through. So you want everyone to focus on that. Use your charge ability, get in there as well. And then we'll get my skirmishers as well to target. I want to try and ignore the front of the column. And I want to ignore the front of the column with my swordsmen. Let's rephrase that. And we'll try and get our archers to not hit those back units with friendly fire. We'll try and hit the ones if they're side on. So those chariots look like they're already trying to pull out. And our Paragon units and Ajax's companions are going to try and hold on. We'll try and get some cinematic shots here as well. But the garrison came out for a nice stroll. Has now been surrounded by Ajax the Great. Right, tie those chariots down. Don't allow them to just essentially go full on Tokyo drifting. Don't allow them to swing around. Okay, so it looks like that focusing on those archers have nearly been mopped up. We need everyone here quickly as you can. Our Paragon units against the chariots, I thought we'd do better. 50-50. Still definitely winnable.
Your warriors are losing heart.
Looking how this battle is going,
Your warriors have been routed.
I felt way more confident in the Achilles one, because Achilles was actually a proper fighter and could snipe lords. I do recommend Achilles and his Fury ability. It gives him way more buffs. I think I even had better quality units. But so far the Paragon units are performing incredibly well. The Salamis Marines are holding their own. And the Spearmen with Hephaestus equipment are doing quite well. So maybe you can, playing as Ajax and Diomedes in this DLC, take Troy with weaker quality units. Shout defense there. So we've gotten rid of the archers. Boom. We've nearly gotten rid of the chariots, which is fantastic. There's only a couple of them left. And although we're sacrificing our swordsmen to hold down the guard of Troy, my reinforcements are nearly here. We should be able to snipe their lord as well, as we've got Melitos, a proper fighter, and we've also got my brother as well, who's a proper archer. But already it's still 50-50, man.
Is under attack.
My first army is nearly decimated. My Salamis Marines are very weak. My archers and my Paragon units are the only ones that are really holding. My chariots are gone. Yeah, but like trying to fight this in and around the streets of Troy with constant bombardment of arrow towers. Crikey. It's not good. Right. So the main thing is now just trying to make sure there's no units that are sitting idly by that keep on running back. I've had to chuck Ajax in here now. Archers, try and focus on this cluster here, because Hector's chosen in there. There's champions of Troy. There's absolutely everything. Yeah, they got like tier 3. Like, we've only got like a couple tier 3 units. They've got a lot more than us. I don't know if we can hold out here much longer. We need these other two armies. We're nearly in a retreat. It's getting to the point where Ajax is at the moment. Yeah, our swordsmen in and around at a buckle. We just got to fire all our archers into it. These are only tier 1 archers as well. They're doing actually okay. They're silver chevron. So Ajax now has the Oresteia ability, so that should keep him in there a little bit longer. Okay. So my reinforcements have now arrived. Nearly.
Your warriors are rallying.
Make sure that charge doesn't come in. And these guys are gold chevron as well. Not only are they tier 3, they have gold chevron, which is crazy. We've got more archers coming in, but not too many. Right, get stuck into the general. If we can try and snipe him, we'll be laughing. We've got Immortal and Unbreakable. If we can get all our 3 generals just to really focus on him, try and snipe him, chuck in the fighter, Ajax for support, that'd be brilliant. Right, we're formed up here now, so let's give out attack orders for these guys. I guess we could lose this, but no, we need to try and kill every single unit where we can. This is such a tough fight. We've lost 600, we've already killed 300 of theirs. They're now broken. It's a fearless swordsman. We might be able to get rid of their general. If we can get rid of the captain of the Trojan garrison, we might be able to change things a lot. Yeah. Fire while moving, yep. In Hades' shadow. Continue to focus on him, but Melitos is pushing in while Ajax is tanking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tier 3 Trojan units, which are just getting absolutely peppered by skirmish fire. Oh, the guards of Troy have now broken in the back there. Lucky we've got a lot of ammunition there. Our reinforcements have arrived, and they are just swarming. Nearly gotten rid of the Phorbus. I think that's his name. Man, 3 units. Hector's chosen is still holding on.
The enemy hero has sustained.
There's still going to be a couple turns before Hector comes back. And the chariots are now coming in here now. Oh, yeah, they've come back. Yeah, good. This is what I'm saying. Like, there's a little bit of a struggle when you've got like 24. Oh, it's actually more units, isn't it?
Victory is close
Under your
enough to
command.
taste.
Oh, good strike. Our archers have been the real MVPs this one, but we have victory. Oh my god, that's fantastic. Alright, let's try and speed things up to try and run them down. Phew! Must have capitulated with the general's death. Hey, and we've also managed to gobble a lot of them up as well. Decisive victory. Look at that, man. We outnumbered them 4-1, and we barely won. We've managed to destroy the garrison. There's only 28 of them remaining. Look at that, man. Fighting that in Troy itself would have been bonkers. But archers did really well. Same with the Salamis swordsmen. They're definitely the play over those spears. The Paragon units did alright as well. The Paragon spears, gold chevron now. I've been really, really liking them. I like the speed of them as well. Whew. Right, that's done. So that's the army in Troy. We've still got to deal with the garrison as well. We might just have to siege that out. Unless we can somehow draw it out. But we'll see how we go. It's going to be a tough and bloody siege. But I feel like after that performance, we should definitely have enough to edge a battle like that. But yeah, Ajax lost 700. His brother only lost 25. The reinforcing army with Miletus, and he got 63 as well. But look at that. We cleanly cut through their chariots and archers. That's the main thing. If they were going to run crazy, like really micromanage those chariots, it could have been a different story. And if they were kiting with those archers, that would have been the biggest problem. But we'll take on the 25% replenishment. And we'll see how the end turn phase works. Okay, we're still sieging out Troy.
Into the fray.
Yeah, so we need siege equipment if we are going to properly need to take it. Looks like an army has moved up. Unless they attack me, it could draw it out, but I reckon we're going to try and take our time with this one and try and siege out Troy as long as we can. Now, it looks like Helen's going to be retaken in the south, but that's okay. I'm more concerned about my armies to the north. Oh, Achilles has landed in Larissa Trojas, though, which is interesting. So maybe he can come up and help us. Oh, it looks like there's even Diomedes is up here with an army, or Diomedes faction of Argos has sent an army up here. 14 units down in the south there, though. Oh, what's this? Sarpedon. I saw it freeze on Aeneas' faction, but Sarpedon's attacked us. Okay, and he's only got clubmen. Is this like the same battle again? Well, 23 against a level 5 Sarpedon. Yeah, we'll chuck a save, and this is probably how we're going to take Troy. Awesome. Awesome stuff. Good. We don't have to siege them out. We can destroy the garrison on the field of battle. Right. Ares is watching over us. Now, Ajax's army is a little bit weak, but that's okay. We should be able to deal with it with our reinforcements. I don't believe that. Sarpedon is confederated with Aeneas in the north, and he's probably let Troy fall. So it's another battle here. The garrison of Troy is now coming out. Good, it saved us from building up siege equipment and spending too long doing it. But there's Troy. We might be able to take it in one fell swoop. We'll just have to see. And there's further ships in the back. Alright. Here he is. Ajax once again. On the footsteps of Troy. Now, I've played this battle before, so my reinforcements are coming from just south of me. So what I want to do is rally up everyone and essentially make a front line from this rock. You're better off pulling back because there's actually a pretty good choke point here you can hold. And we'll move our archers there. We could actually move some units to flank, but deploying like this might be the play. Like, those clubmen are a little bit more spaced out, you know what I'm saying? Like, they ain't going to hold that. They have choke points, so maybe I'll pull them back. Or maybe just halve the army. Because we want to have some guys on our right flank just to cover it. Like, you go like this. We'll move those island club just in the grass here, the tall grass, so they're hidden. We'll keep Ajax there, maybe even higher up. But we're going to just have to hold until our reinforcements come. But I can't believe it. Like, if Aeneas... not Aeneas. What's Aeneas' faction? If Sarpedon brought up better quality units, they might have had a chance. But these guys look dreadful. They're holding clubs and sticks. But here is Sarpedon, son of Zeus. How fitting, because Sarpedon is the son of Zeus. And historically, Ajax's ancestor is Zeus. I think it's not his grandfather. It's not his great-grandfather. I think it's his great-grandfather Zeus. So he is a descendant of the gods. And same with his brother, because it's through the father's line. Okay, so our reinforcements are now here. My brother and Miletos have arrived. So, we'll try and make this a little bit better. So what I'll do is I'll move all my swordsmen to be the flanking units, and then we'll get the spearmen with bronze to silver chevrons and the Hephaestus equipment to essentially be the second line. So we'll split this, right? We'll group you here. Yeah, because going through that water's going to... So yeah, that's what we want. And we'll swing them around once they hit this front line. Good. They're now moving in. Okay. And then I'll grab this to make a secondary line. Or should they be the front? Nah. We'll go with Ajax's army in the front line because they've got more chevrons, I think, and they're swordsmen, so they should be able to... Nah, but the spearmen hold alright as well. I've already set them up, I might as well just leave them. Oh, it's actually not in our favour to win this one. Even though we've got 3 heroes, which is interesting. They're reforming and consolidating, which is no problem for me. We can sit back here, but they're attacking us at the end of the day. I can't believe that Sarpedon... They see Sarpedon running across the field and beaches of Troy just to call out the garrison for help. They should have refused, because this is our way into Troy now. If we had to hit these 2 armies in Troy, I don't know if we'd be able to win. We're still licking our wounds with the first 20 stack unit. And I think we faced better armies than that other one. So we're still going to deal with these guys before we can push and take Troy. Right, so a lot of these guys can push and flank. We could even angle them slightly. Is that perfect? Yeah, we're probably not going to get much better than that. They're slowly but surely coming in. Ajax has now been intertwined with the second army. Our Paragon units are operating on the right flank. And it looks like Sarpedon's force is the first to push up. And our archers are already... Oh, it was actually the slingers that got the first shot off. Our archers aren't even firing. It's the Paragon slingers. with a whopping 180 range. Check out those bad boys. Wowee. So our left flank might buckle, but our right flank's pretty secure. They're also coming in waves as well, which is awesome. We'll allow my brother to try and snipe Sarpedon, and then we'll get Miletos to push in. But our archers are now firing at will on Sarpedon's army pushing up here now. Push and try and get rid of Sarpedon. He's definitely the best out of their two lords that they have. Go with Centaur Drill, so you can fire at will. And so it begins. We only outnumber them by about 300. Holding this front line is going to be so important. Our archers are arcing their shot up over our front line quite well. And our Salamis Marines are holding the line. Some of Ajax's companions want to push forward. But fierce fighting has broken out, and Sarpedon has pushed his way to Miletos on the right flank along with the Paragon units. 4 units have been given orders to hit our right flank, so we might have to pull around here. And it looks like the second wave of the garrison, the tier 3 units, are about to move in.
One of your units has no more ammunition.
Miletos, we're really going to have to throw him in here as long as we can. Allow my brother to snipe him. We need Sarpedon to be defeated. Two units are now pushing across. We'll try and pin them down, because we want the entire 8 or so more to continue to go around. So go like that. So the garrison has arrived now. We need to get rid of those skirmishers further at the back. We'll try not to sit flat-footed now and try and counter-charge. So it's going to be a close one. We got to put the pain. We got to put the pummel on them. So give out individual attack orders where we can. Slow things down slightly. Miletos is now pulled back. We're going to have to throw Sarpedon in, I guess. Ajax into Sarpedon, I guess. Going to be a close one. Okay, sweet. We need to get those flanking units around to disrupt that archer fire. I don't know if we're going to be able to defeat those archers that are sitting back there, but allowing them to get shots off is the problem. I also sort of forget how long it takes to rotate units in Troy. Okay, so we've lost some units, so that means we get some more in. Luckily, the deployment zone for me is a lot closer. It seems that some of the front line is now moving. Because they're winning in their position, which is fantastic. Get rid of Hector's chosen here that have flanked the guards of Troy as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I eyeballed about 8. I wasn't sure if I was specifically correct. Move more guys in here. They're now retreating, swing back around the front line. Yeah, we're getting baited slightly because Sarpedon brought up some scrappy units. Like, Sarpedon is so far in the south, I'm surprised he confederated with Aeneas. Now, those chariots are now pushing through. They're making way through the Paragon line. But another massive battle outside the fields of Troy. Our units are flanking. Chariots are breaking through the Paragon line. This is a battle for the age. But hopefully, if we're victorious here today, we'll be able to take the city of Troy with Ajax the Great at the helm.
Your warriors have been routed.
We've nearly made our way to that archer cluster at the back. And we'll swing the rest to try and wrap around the front line. A couple of my units are really chasing after them. Sarpedon's lost a little bit of his health as well. Ajax seems to be holding his own against him quite well. This is going to be so close.
By Ares, your
It's probably 60% in their favour. We just need to get some of their generals to start dropping. Those chariots, man. Our units have flanked. But will it be enough? We'll get Ajax to go into Sarpedon and try and use Oresteia. Sarpedon's nearly gone though. Bring him down. I don't know what Sarpedon's hitting there, but they're getting ganged up on by the two brothers. We did a little bit of disruption there, 2-3, but there was still a lot more units hitting me. And it wasn't a total stop of their archers. But now it's just every man for himself. They've broken through my center and right. Soldiers are trying to get back into it. I think Sarpedon's fallen there. We've lost 1.2k. Oh, they're starting to break now. They're exhausted now. Yeah, Sarpedon's gone. Yeah, he's not there anymore. There are other generals fleeing now. And now it's swung back into our favour slightly. Whew. Come on, keep it up, keep it up. We can't afford the cookie to crumble at this last bit. Ladies and gentlemen, we nearly got him. Yeah, I think we got it now. We've even got guys sitting back here. Get in. Yeah, I think we got it. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, they're crumbling now massively. Right, so we should be able to... Yep, there we go. We want to try and run down as many of them as possible because...
is close enough to
yeah, depending on how they got left, we should be able to auto-resolve Troy, but we might actually have to fight it because I don't think he can auto-resolve it, so I might have to heavily edit it. We'll see how we go. Because if there's just like only a couple units inside, it's not going to be a grand epic siege, as it were. But victory on the fields of Troy once again. We've defeated 2 full stacks of some of the best units in the game, and Ajax is running them down. Wah! Agamemnon victory again. Yeah, look at that. We lost 1.3k. We destroyed their 1.6 basically. They had 2.2, so we outnumbered them by a bit over 1,000. But yeah, that first army baited them massively. Look at that. It's just like clubs. Like tier 1 trash units. Awesome. I'm so happy that that happened. Sarpedon the Fool basically won us the campaign. So Ajax already getting rid of Hector, Aeneas, and now Sarpedon. Oh, we lost one of that. We lost my really favourite Paragon unit. And what else? We'll take the 17% replenishment now. And then we should be able to push on to Troy. Hopefully no one else comes up because of that. Oh my god, look how many Achaeans are just pouring over to Troy now. Okay, it's time to go into Troy. Now, let's have a look at the odds.
I've got what it takes.
Yeah, so this is an auto resolve really. That's 95% in our favour. But, because it's Troy, you can't actually auto resolve it straight up, which is annoying. So, even though there's only a couple units inside, like this is a clear-cut victory, I would auto-resolve it. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to check a save, and we'll fight this one, but I'm going to heavily edit it, me taking it, because we don't need to see another 20 minutes of me taking Troy. Right, so let's go in. If you guys want to see the sort of proper siege of Troy, where we invade in the night with the Trojan horse, I do recommend my Achilles campaign. But this time around, normally you'd fight the full garrison this time. We were fortunate enough to destroy it all in the open field. Right, let's continue. So let's just quickly start the deployment. We will need our reinforcements, but we'll just try and push up. We'll swarm the wall and try and surround the last of the garrison. Our reinforcements are now here. And our soldiers have nearly made it up on the walls. I don't know why it's so much like not in our favour, but the auto resolve was. I think it's just because we've got more forces trickling in. So they've spread out quite well, but so have we. We'll just try and engage them, and then we'll make our way up to the top of Troy. But once we've done with this, I'm going to wrap up the video in the series here today.
Thy Ares, your warriors are rallying.
I'm going to fast forward things now. We might not even make it up to the top of the town square, because we've nearly got victory pushing up on the walls. Our archers are now hitting them from behind. Hey, victory, we've got it. Yeah, we didn't even move up there. But Ajax the Great and his faction Salamis have entered the city of Troy and have taken it. We've managed to get vengeance
The enemy have captured the gates.
for Salamis being taken and the Trojans coming against us. Decisive victory. 600 we lost to their 500. Man, arrow towers just absolutely shred in Troy and Total Wars. And that should it. That should be it. Troy is now under our control, which was the short victory conditions that I set out. Oh my god. Yeah, 3 battles back to back. Oh no! Miletos is dead. Oh, that's probably the most disappointing. I think I'm just going to loot and occupy straight up, because there's a lot of resources there. Oh, we had him for so long as well. Miletos is no more. Oh, what a shame. Well, it wouldn't be a really good story if one of my characters didn't die towards the end, I guess. Why does the camera need to be rotated? But yeah, we've managed to take Troy with Ajax. And on that note, it's time to end the video here. Thank you very much for watching, and the series as well. I am willing to do a Diomedes series in a similar fashion, but just let me know as I just rally things up a bit here. But yeah, let me know what you'd like me to replace this with. Oh, so we can get those Paragon units back. Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, let's get them back. We'll quickly build up a garrison. But yeah, unless you guys want to see more episodes of this, let me know in the comments. I don't usually go for Homeric and like a total conquest victory, but let me know. Got to say a huge thank you to the Creative Assembly for sending me a free early access code of the Ajax and Diomedes DLC and making this Let's Play possible. I've had a lot of fun here today, and the DLC will be available on the 29th of January. And yeah, if you do make a purchase on the Epic Game Store, use creator code SimpzyTotalWar. to flick me a couple of bucks. So yeah, we're only 6 out of 12 of the Homeric, and we have to destroy all those factions, which is, it's always a pain, like those victory conditions. I really don't like them. Like Hector, Troy, and like Paris has been destroyed, but Hector like could have like 30 units up in the 30 stacks up in the hills, and territory in Greece. So yeah, I kind of wish there was a short victory condition, because like I'm done at this point, to be honest. I've built up my kingdom. I hit out my neighboring factions, such as Athens, the Thebes, Asperia and whatnot. We built up. Troy came over. We threw them back. We're over there now. We've taken Troy. Like, that's GG in my opinion. But anyway, that's the end of the series, unless you guys want to see more. But yeah, let me know what you'd like me to replace this with. Alrighty guys, I'm going to play the outro now. Goodbye. Unfortunately guys, it is time to end the video here. Thank you very much for watching. Like and subscribe if you haven't already with the bell notification on. Let me know in the comment section down below feedback and suggestions for the video, and feel free to leave a dislike. If you want to support the channel and follow me on my social media links, they are all linked in the description below. We've got the series playlist that you can access. You can also have a look at my gaming and recording equipment. If you want to get yourself some cheap games, check out the links. You can support me on Patreon if you want. Channel members are available. Use creator code SimpzyTotalWar on the Epic Games Store checkout to flick me a couple of bucks. We've got Twitter, Discord, merchandise, Facebook, Steam group, Instagram, Twitch, and Google Plus links all in the description below as well. But above all guys, make sure to take care of yourselves. Have a fantastic rest of your day. My name has been Simpzy. Much love from Australia. Goodbye.